afternoon. It's Tuesday, December 19, 2023. Peace is a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, stakeholders react differently to resolutions on Rivers political crisis. Family of alleged murder victim in Oyibo River State calls for police commitment to justice. Rivers, Lagos, Ogun, others rated most viable states in Nigeria. And on the foreign scene, Vatican approves blessings for same-sex couples. I am Ife Chukwumoyeli with the news. A constitutional lawyer, Richard Nwokocha, has expressed concern over the agreement between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and former Governor Nyesom Wike. Professor Nwokocha, who is also a lecturer at the Department of Public Law, Rivers State University, tells correspondent Mekotoka that the agreement places the state and its government under the control of the FCT minister. He said he observed that the agreement leaves Edison Ehie entirely unprotected.
For him, what it means is that he is sacrificed by that meeting, and there is no mention of his role and his protection. And when you talk of representing the budget that has been presented and is already being implemented, it raises legal questions. And to represent it to who? To persons who in law no longer exist in that house. I think this all raises serious legal questions.
He also highlighted legal concerns in certain aspects of the agreement, particularly regarding the representation of the budget. Professor Nwokocha clarified that while the agreement restores the seat of the 27 lawmakers who defected to the APC, it doesn't prevent the PDP from pursuing legal action against their seat. He also said that the resolution lacked provisions preventing the Martin Amehule-led faction from pursuing their intentions. Also, an APC chieftain in the River State, Chizi Inyomasela, believes that the resolutions also inferred that Edison Ehie remains the leader of the State House of Assembly. Mr. Chizi spoke to correspondent Onye Kachimusu.
You can infer that. Why do I say you can infer that? If they say Martin Amehule-led executive, Edison is part of that leadership. So as soon as that is said, it is inferred. That means that Martin Amehule is the speaker, of course with his deputy, and Edison is the leader of the house. Nobody can remove that. If they also remove that, they are falling out of the agreement. It can be inferred. Because that was the leadership that was before the crisis.
Mr. Nyomasela also dismissed reports that the resolution were the idea of the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila.
Personalities that were there. Dr. Peter Dele, the former governor of Rivers State, and then he mentioned other persons. And I can tell you that in the signature that was signed there, it was Rebado. And of course, Rebado is the National Security Advisor of this country. And National Security Advisor is in charge of peace and resolution. I mean, whoever that may have been fired, you see, people have a way of just saying, assuming without considering that it was even the Chief of Staff that wrote those resolutions. Point at one of the resolutions that are not supposed to be.
Yesterday, key individuals in the political crisis in Rivers State reached an agreement after about 3 hours of talks with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. In the communique, the stakeholders agreed, among others, that all legal suits regarding the crisis should be withdrawn immediately and all impeachment proceedings against Governor Siminalayi Fubara should be dropped. Also, leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly led by Martin Amehule shall be recognized alongside the 27 members who resigned from the PDP. The financial entitlement of members of the River State House of Assembly and their staff must be reinstated, and Governor Fubara must refrain from interfering with the full funding of the State Assembly. Similarly, the River House of Assembly shall choose where they want to sit and conduct their legislative affairs without hindrance from the state executive, while the Governor Fubara shall represent the 2024 budget, but this time to a properly constituted State House of Assembly. Additionally, names of all commissioners who resigned their appointment as a result of the political crisis should be resubmitted to the House of Assembly for approval. Also, the dissolution of local government administration is null and void, and no caretaker committee shall be recognized. The resolution was signed by Governor Fubara and his deputy. The FCT minister also signed alongside Mr. Rebadu. The Speaker of the River State Assembly, Martin Amehule, the PDP Chairman in River State, Aaron Chukwemeka, and the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman in River State, Tony Okocha. Those at the meeting were the River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, Ngozi Odu, a former governor of the state, Peter Odele, and the immediate past governor, now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Also present at the meeting were the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the President's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila. In other news, the family of 29-year-old Bright Christopher, who was allegedly killed by 3 neighbors at Obama community in Oyibo local government area of River State, has expressed fear about the police's commitment to ensuring justice in the matter. Gift Christopher, Bright's younger sister, tells correspondent Emeka Otoka that the money that the police are demanding for the investigation is worrisome.
My concern about the whole situation is, first of all, we feel that the justice will not be served, in the sense that the way the police are actually handling the matter, it's not fair. For everything they want to do, they will ask for money. For them to come to the house to take statements, that for them to come over to Oyibo, that we are going to give them transport and fare the vehicle. My dad then asked, okay, how much am I to give? They said 50,000 naira. So my dad and I said, okay, what if I provide the vehicle for you to come? They said, even if you provide the vehicle for us to come, you're still going to give us something.
She also recounted how her brother was macheted to death before their mother during a minor argument with their neighbors on Sunday, the 10th of December.
They had a misunderstanding that evening and they beat him up. 2 guys with cutlass, 1 with wood. So he came back home. My daddy saw the injury and then he went over to my neighbor's side to find out what happened. Those boys, they now said that my brother came to buy something and he wasn't with money to buy the something. My daddy now said, what something are you selling that he came to buy? He said he came to buy market. That Saturday evening, they now said if they see him, that they were going to kill him midnight. My daddy now talked to them, now advised them. Then only for Sunday morning, around after 7, that was how they killed him.
Gift Christopher also disclosed that while one suspect has been arrested and the remaining 2 others are still on the run.
There were 3 guys and they were able to hold one. And then some other persons too, like the other guys are committed the murder. They ran. We are yet to find them. They ran with their family. We know the 3 of them.
The police are yet to comment on this. Now, some colleagues of the slain bouncer in Bonny, Kingsley Abbey, are calling on the River State government to wade into the matter and ensure justice is served. The aggrieved colleagues made the demand during a peaceful protest to the government house in Port Harcourt. One of them spoke to our correspondent.
All we are seeking for is justice. We are peace-loving citizens. We are bodybuilders of Nigeria. We don't want to indulge ourselves into anything that is illegal. So that's why we are calling on the governor of River State to intervene in this matter. We have not gotten any info on what is happening in Bonny local government. We only heard it could be a rumor. And we know the way the military do their things. Arresting the person that murdered our friend is not enough. They've not been charged. Even if they charge this person to court, what is the fate of his children? What is the fate of the family he left behind?
As you may know, the widow Depriye Abbey said her late husband was stabbed by a naval officer on December 11th for refusing him access to the club. The police is still investigating the matter. A father, Henry Amarachi, is calling for justice after his son, Blaise Amarachi, was allegedly attacked while working on a site along Rumebe in Emoha local government area of River State. Mr. Henry, in an interview with our correspondent, said his son was attacked by local vigilantes known as OSPAC on 11th December when he tried to intervene between the local security outfit and one of the workers on site.
My son was at a site. One of the workers was rolling blocks. The wheelbarrow touched a man. That then the man picked up a stone and stoned the boy. My son, on seeing the scene, asked the man why he stoned him. With that comment, the OSPAC person descended on him, blew him, and they started the fight. When he saw that he could not overpower my son, he went to the office and brought more men of OSPAC. The people involved, they should be brought to book. so that there will be justice.
Still to come, Rivers, Lagos, Ogun, others rated most viable state in Nigeria. Stay with us.
Stay updated with all the current news. From policies to politics, economies, local and foreign.
A report says 7 states, including Rivers, Lagos, Ogun, Kaduna, Kwara, Oyo and Edo, were the most viable states in Nigeria for 2022. In entertainment, James McCaffrey, who acted in television series including Rescue Me and provided the voice of Max Payne in the well-known video game franchise, has died. In sports, Nottingham Forest are set to appoint former Wolves and Tottenham boss Nuno Espirito Santo in the next few days to replace current manager Steve Cooper. On the international scene, the Vatican has approved a blessing for same-sex couples but insisted they must not be established as a Catholic rite nor given in contexts related to civil unions or weddings. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major story. On the news this afternoon, you heard stakeholders are now reacting differently to resolutions on Rivers' political crisis. The family of an alleged murder victim in Oyibo, Rivers State, is calling on the police to show commitment to justice. And on the foreign scene, the Vatican has approved a blessing for same-sex couples. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwusu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.